Welcome to a muzzled chat. Wow. What a day. Struggle bus, I tell ya. It's been challenging to even communicate, do much of anything. But I'm here to fight the good fight. Did a hyperbaric oxygen therapy treatment, and it's already kicking my butt. I usually don't feel much of it till like the next day. So tomorrow we'll see. But I'm just falling behind. There's just so much to stay up on. So let's not be so reliant on me and having a chat over here. And let's just go over some information that there's this pretty lady, very intelligent gal that really gives a speech. I'm not even familiar with the event, but I'm excited to look more into it because she hits it out of the park, man. She really highlights what we're all faced with, but it's nothing to be fearful of. We need to have the conversations, get to the bottom of things, see how we can have the positive impacts to no longer be on the receiving end of all this kind of psyop and things that are happening. But let's do a quick shout out and thanks to some of my awesome family members. We got a pretty cool unmuzzled chat mug here. Even some coasters. Pretty freaking sweet. Onward, upward. We're getting legit. Okay. Without further ado, on a more serious note, let's go ahead and play this just over 3-minute TikTok video.
We need to talk. A woman named Laura Aboli, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right,
Laura
made a speech at a conference. It's the 2023 Better Way Conference. I had never heard of it, but I seen this circulating through TikTok, and it was very interesting. I will show you the clip. I did show it a couple days ago, but it didn't get much traction.
It needs traction.
But I'll try again. I think everybody needs to listen to what she says. I think she puts it in terms that are perfectly explained, breaks everything down. For anybody that's confused, says it way better than I could ever describe it. And listen really closely, because this is where we're at.
Yes, please listen. This makes sense. Anyone with common sense left in this world should be able to look around and see how everything she touches on is alive and well. It's no conspiracy theory. And guys, let's unite and just have a positive impact. This is stuff we cannot stay ignorant about and sweep under the rug. It's so important. And shout out to Priscilla for actually sending me this clip. You're awesome. This is good stuff.
Make no mistake, the final goal is to eradicate humanity as we know it. Once you understand the final destination, it becomes much easier to look back and identify the psychological conditioning, the biological tampering, the cultural grooming, and the educational prepping that we have been subjected to for decades in preparation to making us accept a post-human future. It takes a lot of physical and psychological abuse to get an intelligent species like ours to agree to its own extinction. Most, if not all, that has transcended in the last 60 years was designed to get us closer to accepting such a dystopian reality. Whether you care to accept it or not, we live in a hyper-controlled matrix where our perception of reality is meticulously planned, managed, and executed in order to control and steer us in whichever direction they wish. And the direction is a post-human world. For this, they first needed to destabilize, dehumanize, and demoralize humanity through every means possible. The destruction of the nuclear family, children being indoctrinated by the state, abortion, the eradication of God and spirituality from education, life in megacities.
That's why we want to bring God back into the picture here on this podcast. Whether you're a believer or not, there's a reason why so many live out righteous lives and believe. There's a reason for it. And there's a reason for them taking it out. So anyway, don't draw fine lines in the sand, folks.
And away from nature, toxic food, air and water, social media, children being indoctrinated by the state, abortion, the eradication of God and spirituality from education, life in megacities and away from nature, toxic food, air and water, social media, replacing real human connection and interaction, engineered financial crisis and taxation, endless wars and massive migration, stress, anxiety, depression, drugs and alcohol, constant fear-mongering, moral relativism as the new religion. And I could go on and on about how humanity has been influenced and forced to move away from all the things that give us strength, security, purpose, and meaning. A weak, immoral, disconnected, ignorant, and unhealthy population is an easy target for the next stage, the creation of an entire generation of androgynous beings. Masculinity is under attack psychologically, culturally, and biologically. Women are being replaced in sports, entertainment, and politics by men pretending to be women. And children are being indoctrinated at school to think that gender is a choice. The transgender movement is not a grassroots movement. It comes from the top. It has nothing to do with people's freedom of expression, sexuality, or civil rights. It's an psyop with a clear agenda to get us closer to transhumanism by making us question the most fundamental notion of human identity, our gender.
Wow. Well said. Like I said, very impressive. Hits it right out of the park. She cares. She loves. That's what's loving. It's been a psyop. Nothing participating in the psyop is, in fact, fulfilling love and unity, and it's intentionally divisive and destructive and damning, and we got to stop. We shouldn't tolerate this. We need to stand strong. We need to let our voices be heard. We need to have these conversations. And if you can't have the conversation and you're offended and upset, then you got to face the person in the mirror. Why can't you have this these conversations? Seek to understand all things. Because truth is, we really don't know much of anything other than we're all visiting, and what better course of action than to set down our weapons, have proper, respectful conversations with one another, and do the deep dives and find out what is in fact best for our futures and our children and our neighbors and our society and our nation and our world as we know it. Well, I just wanted to get some of the information out while I'm in this crazy state, but I'm really excited to do the deep dives on a lot of those topics and a lot of the facts you just brought up right there. Because the reality of it is, evil has us at each other, intentionally at each other's throats. And the more we could effectively identify this evil party in individuals and doers that are intentionally doing this, the less we are going to engage with in all this intended outcome with each other, and we can more effectively address the larger issues at hand. I know this. We are not each other's enemies, folks. They're afraid of us. They're afraid of the strength and what we could in fact do together. So let's unite. I'm so excited to have these conversations. Join us here on a Muzzle Chat. Share, follow, email us, and I'm just so excited to schedule you out and have you here. God bless you all, and I can't wait till next time.